They control an empire hidden behind the dazzling skyline of Dubai. Not just one man, but an entire generation of princes, each born into extraordinary wealth, raised in palaces, and trained to lead one of the world's most ambitious city-states. Their names rarely make headlines in the West, but their influence stretches from royal courts to high-stakes boardrooms. In a city where extravagance is expected and power is inherited, these men live beyond visibility, beyond consequence. But what does it really mean to be a billionaire prince of Dubai? To understand the power of the Dubai princes, one must first understand the legacy they inherit. The Al Maktoum family began ruling Dubai in 1833, part of the ancient Bani Yas tribal confederation. Back then, Dubai was a modest fishing and trading settlement. It had little oil, fewer resources, and virtually no global presence. Yet through alliances and fierce leadership, the Al Maktoums laid the foundations of something far greater. The turning point came in the 1960s, when oil was discovered offshore. It wasn't vast compared to neighboring Abu Dhabi, but it was enough to jumpstart a transformation. Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, the father of the current ruler, used this revenue to build ports, roads, and airports decades before they became necessary. This vision of future infrastructure laid the groundwork for what Dubai would soon become, an international business hub with no peer in the region. When Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum assumed power, he took the vision even further. Under his guidance, Emirates Airlines soared into the top ranks of global aviation. Mega projects like the Palm Jumeirah, the Burj Khalifa, and the Dubai International Financial Center rebranded the city as a playground for the world's elite. But while the skyscrapers rose fast, so too did the complexity of the royal fortune, now intertwined with sovereign wealth, real estate holdings, and offshore trusts. Today, Sheikh Mohammed's sons are inheriting more than just titles. They are groomed to manage entire ecosystems, economies, cities, and even nations. From Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan to Deputy Ruler Sheikh Maktoum, these princes are not simply figureheads. They are policymakers, investors, and power brokers in a city where the line between government and royal family no longer exists. Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, known as Fazza, is perhaps the most visible of Dubai's royal heirs. He's an accomplished equestrian, an extreme sports enthusiast, and a social media figure with millions of followers. But beneath the charismatic public image lies a lifestyle of profound wealth. His residences include private palaces with desert views, seaside villas, and compounds inaccessible to the public eye. His collection of vehicles alone rivals that of national museums. From gold-plated Lamborghinis to Bugattis bearing royal insignia, his garage is a celebration of hyper-luxury. And yet, each vehicle is more than just transportation. It's a statement, a message that in Dubai, royalty defines the limits of taste, status, and power. His vehicles are often seen in tightly coordinated convoys when traveling through Dubai, escorted by security units equipped with the latest surveillance technologies. Even the license plate's single-digit numbers are markers of elite status in the UAE, often auctioned for millions. Then there are the yachts. The family's flagship vessel, named simply Dubai, stretches over 530 feet, making it one of the largest private yachts in the world. With helipads, swimming pools, and opulent interiors, it is less a boat and more a floating palace. It's not just for leisure. It's a mobile symbol of sovereignty, often used in diplomatic receptions and offshore meetings. Built by the German shipyard Blom Praus Platzubeit Voss and finished by Platinum Yachts, the vessel's design is custom-made to mirror the elegance of royal tradition while incorporating state-of-the-art defense and communication systems. It includes multiple VIP suites, an underwater garage, and a ballroom that doubles as a mobile meeting space for high-level talks. Yet the public rarely sees their most strategic assets. Hidden through layers of holding companies and offshore accounts, the princes and their advisors control vast amounts of land and wealth in Europe, Southeast Asia, and North America. These assets are insulated from public scrutiny, legally protected by sovereign immunity, and held in some of the world's most discreet financial jurisdictions. Still, the princes maintain a public-facing generosity. In early 2025, Sheikh Hamdan allocated over $27 million to clear housing debts for hundreds of citizens. Officially, a gesture of goodwill, this move also reinforces the royal image as both protector and provider. In a monarchy, benevolence is more than kindness. It's a tool of influence. While their lifestyles command attention, it's their silent influence that truly defines them. Sheikh Hamdan oversees strategic portfolios, including Dubai's push into artificial intelligence, blockchain, and space exploration. Through the Dubai Future Foundation and Mars 2117 initiative, the Crown Prince is betting not just on financial futures, but on planetary ones. Meanwhile, Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed holds perhaps the most quietly powerful role: Minister of Finance and Deputy Ruler of Dubai. He shapes tax policy, supervises sovereign funds, and manages Dubai's position in international finance. He rarely speaks in public, but his decisions ripple through global markets. Under his leadership, Dubai's financial institutions have attracted global fintech players, and the Dubai International Financial Center has become a magnet for hedge funds and cryptocurrency firms seeking favorable regulation. Maktoum's economic policy often sets the tone for fiscal trends across the Gulf Cooperation Council. The Dubai princes are also key figures in foreign diplomacy. From India to the UK to China, they host dignitaries and strike billion-dollar agreements, often outside the public eye. These relationships, built on personal rapport and economic incentive, secure Dubai's access to investment, defense technology, and influence far beyond its borders. But absolute power attracts absolute scrutiny. Human rights controversies, offshore leaks, and international court cases have occasionally pierced the royal family's veil of secrecy. Yet through it all, the system remains intact. Because in Dubai, wealth does not just buy comfort, it buys insulation. It buys silence. Even when faced with external criticism, the royal machine responds with calculated silence or orchestrated diplomacy. Controversial reports like the Pegasus spyware scandal or the disappearance of royal family members may surface, but rarely affect the standing of those involved. Their political immunity and institutional power create a fortress few can penetrate. To be a prince in Dubai is to inherit a kingdom both physical and invisible. Palaces, jets, skyscrapers, and empires of influence. They live lives most can't imagine, wield power most can't comprehend, and guard secrets that few will ever uncover. But with this much power, one question will always remain. Would you feel safe with it, or would you fear losing it?